soon as I leave the house. And the comfortable seat is all we dream about. Enemy up under my feet, that's what we read about. So what they putting in my water? Subpar education lead us to the slaughter. To make it a little harder. King was born to a couple of teens. Couple of products of broken homes. But the fathers is rolling stones. And the only inheritance is struggle. Pain builds muscle, and that breeds hustle. The crown was never passed down, so they had to get it on their own. Producing my life, traveling separate roads. She gave me everything she had, and I took the very best he had to offer. The product of the world's greatest mama. And Lord, I thank God for my father. He was never shown the way, but he tried a little harder, so we winning now. Yeah. When trouble seems to fall in my way, Lord, I know you brighten my day, Weeping man go for a night, The joy comes top in the morning. When trouble seems to fall in my way, Lord, I know you brighten my day, Weeping man go for a night, The joy comes top in the morning.
Hey, what up, though? What up, though? Yeah. Welcome back. It is another glorious Wednesday evening. Shout out to the Mighty Royal family. Beans and J1 should be checking in sometime soon. J1 is at the football trials or camp with the boys, and Bino is Binoing, CEOing. Well, you know, corporate American and working and doing business. But you know what I'm saying? Mrs. Champion here to hold it down with me. What up, though?
That's right.
Let me turn up, Miss Soft Spoken.
My bad. Sorry.
Yeah. So, you know. Oh yeah, hold on. Let me let him know where we at. This is Kingdom Culture, episode 9, Make Marriage Great Again, part 9, SOULMATES. So this was a cool topic that been going around, and we talked about it from time to time. Oh, Bino just getting off the plane. Okay. But what was I saying? Oh, this is a cool little romantic conversation that is had from time to time. People have it. The whole idea, the romantic fairy tale idea of soulmates. Is it a thing? Is it real? You know what I'm saying? So I planned to talk to the fellas and ask them if they knew if they ever met their soulmate or do they believe in it. But, you know, Bino is in transit on his way back from San Antonio. Shout out to San Antonio and the McAdams. What up, Aaron? They went down to see basketball game. But I was wondering, is there any biblical basis for a soulmate? First off, well, hold on, we ain't gonna go there first. Maybe I can set the stage a bit and kind of, you know. So I guess the popular idea or consensus of a soulmate is the romantic one, but I've seen like 12 to 15 different ones. I kind of was uncomfortable reading a few. I'm like, huh? But anyway, so soulmate in current usage, soulmate usually refers to a romantic or platonic partner with the implication of an exclusive lifelong bond. It commonly holds the connotation is what I said.
Yes, dude. That's what you said.
Of being the strongest bond with another person that one can achieve. it is commonly accepted that one will feel complete. That's big. Complete or the perfect match. Those are very big words on my reasons for why I feel how I feel about soulmates. So
How do you feel?
I'll divulge here shortly. So once they one will feel complete once they have found their soulmate, as it is partially perceived in definition that two souls were meant to unite. The term soulmate first appeared in the English language in a letter by Samuel Taylor Coleridge in 1822. But that's like the Google note, but it's really, the idea is really way older, thousands of years older than 1822. So, but just in short, but according to the New Age movement, a soul, it's New Age. According to the New Age movement, or it could be used or translated or whatever for New Age, whether it is or it ain't, whether it's good or bad, this is just a New Age use. All right. So I ain't condemning anybody that believe or don't believe just yet. But according to the New Age movement, a soulmate is a separate entity with whom one has spent many lifetimes as a friend, lover, co-worker, or partner, and to whom one is usually drawn to fulfill a specific mission. They describe a soulmate as one of many potential spiritual brothers or sisters, even though they may be great attraction and bond between soulmates. Fundamentally, in the ultimate sense, you could define it as more as a brother-sister relationship, even though it was thought of that soulmates have great marriages and unions of hearts. Now, a few different types of soulmates that I've never heard about until researching this topic. Soul partners. There are certain souls you agreed to partner with in this lifetime, the most common type of soulmate. Then there's soul ties, which is under the genre of soulmates. Past life soulmates, karmic soulmates, romantic soulmates, twin flames, companion souls, aka soulmate friends, soul families, and soul groups, and etc. It's like 15, 20 ones that I saw, different ones that I've seen. But tonight we talking about obviously the romantic kind. So in a study, well, hold on. Let's see. Do I want to? Okay. Okay. So in a study by Dr. Raymond Nee, it is said that usually two people split into two different groups on how they answer the question of soulmates. One, if you believe in soulmates, then you are in the group of the destiny mindset or destiny belief, and that there's this one special person for you that is meant for you, designed for you, purpose for you. That's the classical idea of a soulmate. And then two, on the other side, is the group of the growth mindset, as in we grow together, we build this love over a period of time. The difference in how these two groups approach their relationships is if you're a destiny believer or destiny mindset, then it means that you put a lot of energy in assessing whether the person is the right person, especially in the beginning of the relationship. Is this the one? Is this the one for me? Is this, the possibilities. And a lot of times if you get into that relationship and this one perfect thing doesn't line up, then it's kind of thrown out the window. It's like that. Nope, that ain't the one. So that's a kind of a thing that people, well, Dr. Nee said that, people tend to do, as it's kind of a way to, I guess, be jump in and out of relationships because you can't really, you're trying to, because you're chasing that perfect one, or you know what I'm saying, or that one that's designed for you or whatever. And a lot of times these relationships are fiery, passionate explosions, you know, and all that. As whereas believers or growth believers or growth, or the ones in the growth mindset, are usually putting that energy into building and cultivating the relationship, and you know what I'm saying, and seeing where we can compromise, where we can work together, and you know what I'm saying, build, you know what I'm saying, over a longer period of time. So how many people, what's the percentage of people do you think believe in soulmates?
I don't know. I feel like it's probably maybe 20 or 30% or less. I feel like especially in today's day and age, people are so jaded,
Like they don't
as
even,
it pertains to love,
that's
that
a good point.
nobody's even looking to have long-term relationships, or if they are, it's, you know, I don't want to be 80 and alone.
Yeah. So it's kind of what, more of a desperate attempt to just couple with somebody at that point.
And you can see that with the growth of the polyamorous movement.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
You know.
accepting more flexible type relationships are, yeah. So 73% of Americans believe in soulmates. How many of those soulmates do you, well, how many of those, what's the percentage of men to women? Like, don't be looking at my nose, you be cheating, you get out of my business. Hold on, man. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Cheating, looking at my nose, man. So out of the 73% of Americans who believe in soulmates, what's the percentage of men to women ratio that believe in soulmates?
I mean, I think based off of what I saw in the data, what was like 71% of women, and the rest were 29% were men.
Wrong.
But,
see, that's what you get for cheating, because you're wrong.
Oh, well, I assume that
wait, let me ask you like this. Since you cheated.
Well, before I looked, I assumed that the ratio was higher for women versus men.
Okay, that's what I was asking. But no, 74% of men believe in soulmates. I thought it would be higher for women too. I thought this mushy, gooey,
look at you guys
type
being
of,
all romantic.
you know what I'm saying, being all emotional and soft. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so 73% of Americans believe in soulmates, and 74 of the 73% believe are men. Well, 70% of men, 74% of men, and 71%. It's still close, but it's, yeah. And of course, you know, people over the age of 45 are less likely to believe in soulmates, because, you know,
especially if they're still single.
Especially if they still single, or they done been divorced. It's like, man, soulmate, give me a mate. You know what I'm saying? So, and then of course, younger people are prone to hold on to the idea of the romantic idea of soulmates. So
Disney's good. Disney's good.
Disney's super good. The Disneyfication of the people. So far, what are your thoughts? Anything to add? Anything you want to share? Or what up, Ma? What's happening?
Hey, Mom.
Say hi.
I did. That's my mom, not your mom.
That's our mama. You know what I'm saying?
My mama.
Any thoughts? Any?
I mean, I guess I'm a little bit shocked that the percentage is higher for men than for women.
We know how to love.
I'm not saying you don't, but usually men just
saying?
aren't as
Philly.
Well, clearly I'm wrong, but I thought that usually men weren't so into the whole mushy gushy.
I mean, it's just one study.
Ideation.
You know, it's a sample size. It could be, you know what I'm saying? So it ain't definitively, you know what I'm saying, right, or, you know, whatever. But but I'm on your side too. I thought it was more. I thought it was higher too. But so as I said earlier, um, a lot, and I saw this a few times. I saw that first written or first acknowledged or whatever um, in 1822 or written somewhere or the idea of soulmates, but actually a guy by the name of Plato. Hey Mariah, I'm filming the show. Call me back.
Okay.
So the earliest mention or idea of a soulmate that I found was probably or even older ones, but I found a lot of studies and papers from Hindus and some Hindu beliefs and Buddha type religions or whatever. Uh, they it's kind of split down the middle. Half of them believe, half of them don't. It's a lot. It's very new agey. It's very karmic. It's very twin soul, twin flame type of, you know what I'm saying, conversation going around the idea of soulmates. But the earliest publication that I found or mention of the idea of soulmates is in the Symposium by Plato, the famous Greek theater and comedy writer, written between 385 BC and 370 BC. So Plato's Symposium is a philosophical writing where different people give speeches on love at a banquet. Like, you know, it's basically a book of quotes that happened at a party, and Plato wrote it down. And there's a lot of different quotes in the book about, but it's said that what Plato's part of the book or his understanding on love or explanation of soulmates. And this is really crazy. This is really interesting when I found this. I'm like, that makes it even more crazy. So I'm still very interested as to see what you got after I drop this bomb on you. So
You're not gonna sing the song?
no gap band. So it is said that in the beginning of the time when humans were first created, they had a form different than they have today. They were both man and woman, had 4 arms, 4 legs, a single head made out of two faces. As Plato puts it, according to Greek mythology, humans were originally created with 4 arms, 4 legs, a head. Somebody. Who is this? Who this is? Hey.
Hold on.
Oh, should I kick you out? Let me kick him. So anyway, but according to Greek mythology, humans were originally created with 4 arms, 4 legs, a head with 2 faces. Oh, he said he ready? You said you ready, son?
Yeah, let's hear how y'all rocking right now. Y'all looking real good as a unit right now.
You know what I'm saying? What up, though?
How are you?
Hey, how y'all doing, the champions? I'm all right, man. Good evening.
Yeah. So, are you have you been able to catch any of the show so far? You know what we talk.
Man, I ain't caught none. I'm up here at these football, man. I almost got locked in. I had to get out of there.
Okay, so so far we just went over the definition of soulmates. There's a lot of different soulmates and ideas. So right now, and we talked about an early citation or whatever, or mention of soulmates from the 1800s, but really I found one from 300 BC, and it's probably even older than that. So that's where I was at now. So according to Greek mythology, humans were originally created with 4 arms, 4 legs, a head with 2 faces. Fearing their power, Zeus split them into 2 separate parts, condemning them to spend their lives in search of the other half. There were 3 genders in nature: man, woman, and androgynous, which literally means man, woman in Greek. Each gender had 2 sets of genitalia, with the androgynous is what I said, having both male and female sex. The gender of humans had to do with their origin. Men were children of the sun and women were children of the earth. Androgynous, however, were children of the moon, born out of the merging of the sun and the earth. And let's see. So at some point in time, humans weren't just like humans. They were basically gods, and they were powerful, and the gods feared them. So in fear of their power, or the humans, they threatened to conquer the gods and rule instead, and to become new gods. So the gods had an answer and contemplated on how to face the humans and treat it. So basically, they Zeus split the humans down the middle. So there was a man made of 2 men. There's a woman made of 2 women, and there's androgynous made male, female. So if me and you soulmates, we were the androgynous. In Greek mythology, we were the androgynous human, and we were in search of each other. The gay dudes.
No.
Just about what Plato say. You know what I'm saying? These ain't the thoughts of Crown of Glory 360. Plato. So anyway, long story short, you know what I'm saying? Going into all of that, that's the oldest idea or soulmate. So, Zeus split them. And then, Apollo came and, he split them, and then they weren't split like humans. They were like split and all goofy, and you know what I'm saying? They were basically worthless. They weren't what we are. Apollo came
looking for 2 rights.
Huh?
They were 2 lefts looking for 2 rights.
Exactly. Right, exactly. Like 2, some smack, right? So that's not a happy existence. Apollo came and, sold them back together, stitched them together, and made them the humans that we are today. But by this time, they are spread out all over the world. So now forever, we'll always be searching for our perfect part. So now that you're caught up to where we are, have you ever, Jamar, did you ever believe, not do you, have you ever believed in soulmates?
I don't know, because I don't know if that's a yes or a no, because can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
That's hard, because I never really felt that way unless it benefited me.
So a low down dirty Shane.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't like. Yeah, she doing everything. Yes, that's the one for me. Yeah,
Right.
we was meant to be together.
Right. So a whole bunch of different ones was the one. You never in your life said, "Oh, she the one." Ain't nobody else. She the one.
About this, all of them was the one.
Okay.
Not all of them, but the ones that I was like with. Yeah, they all were the one. They were all supposed to be the one, except for I didn't have the kingdom principle of marriage in mind. Like we wasn't there yet.
Right.
We knew the basics, but we wasn't to marriage, and we was trying to. We was still, matter of fact, we was at the door of salvation. We were just like we having a conflict with the rules.
Yeah.
But I don't want to get off track. But yeah, like I don't know. I never thought, because when I've heard, they've said it to me, like different people that I've dealt with over time, like you my soulmate, and then it was just kind of like, yeah, right. Oh,
You just ain't had no heart. You was the Tin Man.
nah, I did. I mean, I felt that care and emotion towards them.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? I felt that rush, that when you kick it with somebody and y'all having a good time and y'all clicking for that moment and y'all in those moments.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
y'all telling each other y'all love each other and y'all don't even know what it means.
Right.
Think you got it all figured out. And man, look, man, my head was busted one time I remember with somebody, right? And I was like, what I say? I was like, yeah, like, and such and such and such and such. This right before I really started taking the marriage thing seriously, like making it that was like 10 years ago we started talking about this marriage thing. You might have been doing it our whole life, but
All my life.
My last 10, 15 years, this when I really started saying, yeah.
For you.
Yeah.
Say what?
Yeah, like, I got to get a wife.
Mm.
But then, it was like, we weren't thinking about that. And you calling me a soulmate. And I'm like, I don't even know what that sounds crazy. I don't even know what that means.
Right. So
I don't know. I mean, I really don't, because I've said it.
So this information, this show wouldn't be entertaining without somebody who did believe in some type of soulmate. And so, what do you think? What say you?
I believe in soulmates.
Okay.
Not that weird, awkward definition of soulmate.
Let me read it again, Stu. But I mean, this is kind of which one? The Plato one, not that. Just
none of them really. The idea that they have here. I mean, because you have you've spent lifetimes as friends, lovers, co-workers, partners. We're in our original lifetime, so there aren't multiple. So there aren't multiple lifetimes that we've spent together.
Right.
There's that. That's, yes, I would say that we're spiritual brothers and sisters, but at the same time, like it doesn't. The idea of soulmate for me doesn't stop there. Like it goes further than that.
Okay.
But I mean, yeah, I do believe to fulfill a specific mission, but you don't have to find your soulmate to fulfill the mission that God has laid out for you.
Okay, so what you about to say, School?
It was a question, like it just,
we kill.
I want
Jamar.
Yeah. I want to give it to you and how I just got it real fast. Like, so you know how me and you been about this whole soulmates, I don't know, type thing, right?
Are you believe in soulmates?
But as much as believing in soulmates, I mean,
come on,
isn't it possible to believe it? Isn't it possible to believe in? I mean, soulmates might be a thing because of soul ties. I mean, you have soul ties. So,
I mean, I read off some definition of soulmates and soul ties was under the umbrella of ideas of soulmates. I read like 12 to 15 or 20 different ones, but a few that I have here: soul partners, soul ties, past life soulmates, uh, karmic soulmates, romantic soulmates, twin flames, companion soulmates, aka soulmate friends, soul families, soul group.
Oh,
So it's a, they
it's
off,
all plethora.
yeah, off of this whole ancient idea of soulmates, it just goes all kinds of different places.
Yeah, when you start talking about splitting bodies, and I'm like, what? Hold on.
Well, that's the oldest reference that I found from Greek mythology. Mind you, mythology. It comes from Greek mythology. Zeus split the people, and now, you know what I'm saying, you are forever looking for that dude or that girl, uh, whether you a dude or a girl. You know
All
what I'm
right.
saying? So, what's your so okay, so let me ask you this. Well, go. I'll go. I'll let you explain. You go. What's your viewpoint or standpoint on
I mean, I believe in soulmates. I
it?
believe
Right
that,
now, today, you believe in soulmates.
yes,
Okay. What's your definition of a soulmate?
somebody who was designed for you.
That
The
God
two of
designed
you,
specifically for you.
yes.
Okay. Okay. Continue.
That I mean, that's the most basic definition.
Okay.
The two of you were designed for one another.
Okay. That's it.
Yeah, that's the definition.
Well, yeah, but,
That's how I define it.
I mean, that's kind of this here. I mean,
Kind of.
in the
But not
current,
exactly.
I mean, it's more exhausted. I mean, in this current usage, soulmate is usually referred to a romantic platonic partner with implications of an exclusive lifelong bond. It commonly holds a connotation of being the strongest bond with another person that one can achieve. Where's the one? Okay, as it is partially in the perceived definition that two souls were meant to unite, right? Blase skip. So
But the study about the two camps of believers of soulmates,
yeah.
I would say that I'm sitting in the middle of them.
So
I do think there's somebody designed for each person, but just like any other blessing, you can mess up that blessing. You can't just walk in, okay, we're designed together and it is what it is, and y'all are just gonna never expect it to go well. Like, you still have to work, you still have to put in that effort. And if either of you choose not to, that relationship can and probably will dissolve.
So does that happen with one
So,
person, or could it be there's multiple fits for you?
So
ooh,
I feel like I believe that there was an initial design,
Okay.
but because we have free will,
Uh-huh.
you know, we can
altar.
can mess that up. And at the end of the day, God is still going to get his will done. He's still going to, you know, move forward with whatever it is he's trying to accomplish. He's still going to get his plan and his purpose accomplished. So if in you being a knucklehead and not abiding, it causes you to miss that person and ends up sending you way off into left field,
Mm-hmm.
and then when you finally come back around, he's not going to, forsake someone else's blessing because you refuse to get it right. So he's going to redirect that person
Mm-hmm.
to someone else who's
Mhm.
going to help further that plan. And when you decide to get back, he will provide you with somebody else who will be equally qualified to be that perfect match. But in this new situation that you have now created,
So
because you weren't abiding in the first place. But if you and your initial mate were abiding from the beginning, that's the only one.
wait,
Ah,
what do you hear her saying? Because I hear her saying something, and I want to know: do we hear the same thing?
I think she kind of said it plain. If I just say it right back, it sounded like she said that somebody. is designed specifically for you. What she broke when she broke it down, like, just like, just because you get a blessing, you can mess that blessing up. Like, yeah, so
Yeah.
yeah, somebody could be specifically designed for you. You could fall out of pocket.
What up, Nia?
Hey,
It
Nia.
could, hey baby, hey, it could be restored back, but it might not be with that same person. But it don't mean God can't do the same thing with somebody else. But you can, I guess, I took it like I guess you can still get a soulmate, but I don't know. It sounded crazy.
So wife, did you just create a different type of soulmate?
No,
I don't know that I've created anything because
Did you just create a different a new idea? Or did
because
you
look, Rico, don't do that to me no more. You made me say it out loud, and I don't like that.
what you mean? I just wanted to know what you thought. You know what I'm saying?
Once I started saying what I thought out loud, I said, this doesn't make any sense.
Well, I mean, so we're not that it don't make no sense. Just okay.
It do. I get what you said though.
Well. That's not what I'm saying. Is that that's not necessarily a soulmate. That's
Right.
I mean because okay, you said there's a design. God don't uh move off his design, right? We do, right?
Mhm.
So are you saying is there a general design or is there a specific design like God designed Rico and God designed Kara and they are designed for each other and they gonna get together? Or are you saying that there's a design for you to follow my will and for me to get my will done in and out of eternity? And it's going to happen no matter what, whether you are part of it or not, whether you choose to do X, Y, and Z, or what?
A little bit of both.
Okay, that's
But at the end of the day, he's going to make sure that his will is accomplished. If you want to hang around for the ride,
so.
that's up to you. That's where your free will comes into play.
So
If you want to abide, if you want to follow what God is calling you to do, what he's telling you to do, what he's asking you to do,
mhm.
you know, I'm not going to say you have smooth sailing, but you're going to make it through to.
What you got over there? Won't you share?
So think of it like this. Okay. So the Israelites, God called the Israelites to go into the promised land, right?
Mm-hmm.
And for the longest, Moses and Aaron were abiding.
Mm-hmm.
They messed up and didn't go.
Mm-hmm.
And then the original set also messed up. He still got his will done. He still got the Israelites into the promised land. They ultimately, I think, were led by Joshua into the promised land.
Yeah.
Moses was supposed to start. He was supposed to get him there. But because he stepped out, God brought someone else in to get him
Okay,
where he
then.
wanted to go.
Yeah.
So there was I believe that when he created life, here was the plan. And he provided free will so that you could freely choose to love him and to follow him.
So no, you don't believe in soulmates.
I do believe in soulmates. I believe that there was an original design.
That's not soulmates.
There was an original design. There was an original design for you to be with person A.
Okay.
And because you have free will, you could choose. You were destined to be with that person. There was a design for you to be with that person. But because you have free will and you chose to step out of alignment,
okay,
God said, well, I'm not going to mess up this person's blessing because you're being a knucklehead. I can get my will done without you. You go on and do what you need to do. I'm going to keep providing you with opportunities to fall back in line, but I'm not going to stop this person from moving forward just because you're not going to.
Okay.
That sounds proper.
Okay. So the way that I challenge that is all right.
Okay.
So ever in your life before 2020, or what year is it?
It's 2022.
22. 20 before,
Before 2021.
right? Did you ever meet a soulmate?
I
That
thought.
was deep.
I thought.
Okay, you thought. Well, when I was 19, I met a soulmate, and it was all of the explosions and all of that, and it she's not you, right? That person is not you. But I didn't ultimately I didn't choose her.
Were the two of you abiding at the time? And just because you feel fireworks doesn't mean
What I'm
because the person that I initially thought was my soulmate, I felt all the fireworks, my
Right.
first love, all of that type of stuff,
Okay.
Planned a whole life together before like our third date.
So let's say
Hold on. But now in looking back and things that I experienced with that person after our relationship came to an end showed me that that was not. Just because I thought that person was my soulmate doesn't mean that they were.
But what I'm saying is let's say all of the other elements and things are there besides the abiding. Let's just say that, right?
Mm-hmm.
That potentially was a soulmate.
Could have been.
Okay. So what if I've experienced that 2 or 3 times? And then what does that mean? Because I don't believe today, I don't believe in soulmates.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that you choose and you build a love from the ground up in God, in the Father. Because I could have been with her.
Mm-hmm.
And I consciously said, nah, you ain't the one. With knowledge of all of that chemistry, all that electricity, all that passion, everything that you would think the story, fairy tale, soulmate is and that's where I'm coming from, it's an illusion. It's always been an illusion.
But you're coming from it sounds like to me anyways that you were coming from the perspective that it needs to be this explosive thing.
I'm coming from the classical romanticized
the fairy tale version.
That's the version. That's what a soulmate is by definition.
I don't
That's why I said, did you create a new idea?
I guess maybe, but I don't necessarily agree with that because you can have, and I feel like you guys talked about it, but there is a difference between, it might have just even been last episode, there's a difference between chemistry and compatibility. Just because you have all types of chemistry doesn't necessarily mean that it's, that it's the perfect thing, that's the perfect situation to be in. So what I was getting to was that in that relationship, I had all the fireworks, all the explosions.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, we had together sat down and planned our life before our third date. We were gonna be together. Mm-hmm. This was it. And I didn't have that with you.
Mm-hmm.
Not that we didn't or don't have chemistry, but it wasn't this intense, electrifying thing. When I was shown you,
mm-hmm.
when I was told you were my husband, I was in a whole nother state. You and I had one conversation, just one general conversation.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't know anything about me. I didn't know anything about you.
Well, that's where I come. I mean, because okay, as far as the romantic Hollywood Disney idea of a soulmate, I definitely don't agree with that.
No, not at all.
And then even biblically, I think that sticking to the classic idea of a soulmate is that one person is designed for you. You're destined to be together and whatnot. It eliminates choice. That means I can't choose nobody's success
Ooh.
or her
I don't
or
believe that that's true. But again,
by the
I-
classic definition.
yes, by the classic definition, that eliminates free will. I would
Right.
agree with you.
So, but
And I don't believe in that definition.
oh
We were given free will.
yeah.
God gave. There would have been no fall if we didn't have free will.
So we kind of agree, but you kind of got a fringe new creative
I got
spin.
a new age.
Hey,
A new
it took me on a journey. I got lost in it.
What about the kingdom spouse concept? What you got to break? You got to break that down, John Paul. I don't know what the kingdom. I mean, now the kingdom spouse concept.
It's natural design.
I mean, I don't know. Right? Type what it is, or if you can come in, or just type it in the comment. I mean, I definitely agree with those words being put together like that, but what it is, I don't know. Is it kind of a sort of a? This is what I believe, and if this is what you are saying, John, I believe that God don't pick your spouse, husband, or wife. I
Pick
believe.
mine.
Okay. Well, I'm saying.
Well, that's the thing about the Bible. How many wives did God choose for the men in the Bible? That's how you can do your math.
I mean, God did do some choosing.
And
Hey, my concept might be falling apart right in front of our eyes, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, based off of my own personal experience,
I'll try and avoid the videos, but designated kingdom spouses. Designated like God designated so and so for you, like from the beginning of time, or so. Okay, let's say this. What I think is God. I think it's kind of like what you.
hold on, before you say what you were about to say, why would it be necessary for us when we get married, right?
Mm-hmm.
That is in any time you read throughout the Bible, except for the allowances that are made because or that were made because of folks' groanings.
Okay.
In regards to divorce, there was no option for separating from your spouse. Your spouse was your spouse until one of y'all or both of y'all passed.
Mm-hmm.
So why would that be a necessary situation? Like it doesn't matter what y'all are going through, except for very, very select situations, i.e. sexual immorality and I would imagine any sort of abuse.
Or abandonment.
But you weren't allowed to divorce. You weren't allowed to separate. Y'all were bonded together. And more people in that time were abiding than I feel. This, I mean, obviously I wasn't alive then and I don't know everybody today, but I feel like more people were abiding under God's headship than are today.
I don't know. That's a tough one. Yeah, that's a tough one.
God flooded the whole earth back then. EARF, earth. But
I'm not saying there weren't a lot of people who weren't abiding.
To John Paul's point, God ordained. That's okay. So I think yes, God appoints people in different seasons. Let's say 5 years ago, he wouldn't have appointed you to me or me to you. But today, in how we walk and how our surrender is aligned, and what I surrendered to and what I humbled myself to. I mean, and then again, he did it in different ways. Like he told you who I was. I never got "that's your wife" from God. I got the report that you were interested, and then I prayed over it,
Brittany.
and right, Brent spilled the beans. But and then I prayed over it and asked God, okay, well, show me if she's a wife to even consider. Show me if not. Show me if she's my wife. Show me if she's show me her. And then he did. He said, there you go. So in essence, all right, now you see her.
Maybe it's a combination of what our roles are supposed to be in the relationship, because you are called to lead.
Mm-hmm.
I am called to follow. And if I can't even follow God, why would I follow you?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe for ladies, it's a situation of you need to make a choice, because it says a man who findeth a wife finds a good thing. So you have to find, you have to seek. But
that's dope.
So you have to make that decision. But I have to be able to follow God in his calling for us to be together, because if I'm not following him, again, I'm not going to follow you.
Let's see.
The other side.
Let's see what Gail got. Not necessarily destined for marriage. That's not the basis on which to form a marriage. Soulmates are not necessarily destined for marriage.
So now I'm confused again.
There you go, Gail. What does that even mean? Soulmates are not necessarily destined for marriage. That's not the.
I'm confused.
The basis.
In the traditional sense, you could say that, because even in here it says it could be a platonic relationship. But I would completely agree that just because you may be a soulmate, that's not the basis or the foundation of your marriage. The foundation of your marriage is the Lord. And so if you are following what he's calling you to do, how he's calling you to move.
But by the classic understanding and definition, you should marry your soulmate if they exist, right?
That's what I thought.
Romantic. That classic definition mentioned platonic and romantic relationships.
Well, Jamar, you my platonic soulmate.
I knew you was gonna say that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Hey, how did I know that was about to come in? I said he gonna slide this one in some kind of way.
I'm correct, Gail.
But at the end of the day, these things take work. And so it's not just, and again, to Gail's point about that not being the basis of a marriage.
Yeah.
Like, people want to come into these things, and that's why you have so many people who can't find a partner, because they want to throw the baby out with the bathwater and don't want to do any work. Everybody wants the right here, right now. I need it immediately. And if you have to wait or work for it, you don't want to do
it. I'm just joking, Gail. He ain't my soulmate.
I'm his soulmate.
That's my
soulmate. No, get Gail. No. Do not feed that.
Like, a long time ago, I dealt with that, because like Gail said earlier, what you say, self-idolatry. Not only self-idolatry, but just I think it can easily slip into idolatry of somebody else, because
that's the importance of making sure that you're following God. And the reason you were able to match with somebody who is designed for you, created to move perfectly with you, is because you're following God. I mean, even if you look at Adam and Eve in the beginning, she was formed out of him to be perfectly matched to him.
Yeah. I mean,
hey, y'all.
Huh?
I gotta run in here and go. I gotta run in here and go get these guys, man.
Peace. Get out. It's like,
Man,
nah.
I love y'all, man. Great show.
All right, we love you.
Love
Peace.
you too.
Shout
Yeah,
out to the boys. Let's see. What you say, Gil? Yeah, I mean, yeah, they
Super
play those.
pagan.
Yeah, super pagan, of course. Yeah. But and that's why I didn't see any kingdom or any scripture to support the idea of that just one person. Like long time, I in light of the idea of soulmates. Like I said, I thought I met somebody or was involved with somebody long time ago that's a soulmate, but years ago I said I abandoned the idea because I was like, what does that mean for the wife, for the woman that I actually married, that you're not the one? Nah, you the one. Get off your phone.
Mind your business.
You is my business.
Why you still in my line?
But I never wanted to be prisoner to that idea, because then I couldn't imagine that. Imagine me running around with the idea of this person from a billion years ago as my soulmate. How could I give everything to you?
You don't give everything to me. Seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and all
I'm-
else will be added unto you.
I'm talking about the rest after I give whatever is left that God give back to me that I can give to you. You know what I'm saying? You trying to be funny.
It's not about being funny. That's how you fall into.
Well, what I'm saying,
making
no,
somebody else
listen,
an
this is what
idol.
I'm saying. I'm saying, as far as how do I give all of what I'm supposed to give to you, if part of that belongs to somebody else from a long time ago, because I believe that she got a part of my heart, or she's always gonna be in my heart. Like, man, that's whack. That's a fairy tale.
But even that, and to me, that is a
You
soul
know.
tie. To me, that is a soul tie. And you need to break those soul ties before
Yeah.
you go and step into a relationship with somebody else. So that involves you dealing with your baggage
Right.
with the Lord.
Exactly.
That has
Exactly.
nothing to do with your relationship with the
Right.
next person.
Yeah. Well, that's exactly what I'm saying. That's why I dealt with that. Like, nah, that, like, I'm not gonna drag that into tomorrow. Like that, like that'd be super unfair for somebody to have to compete with a ghost. You know what I'm saying? I have to compete with yesterday. Like, that's, you know what I'm saying. So,
But that's why I'm saying there's the, I think there was the original design. I think God had a full and complete plan in mind when he said, I'm going to make this. I'm going to put this together. I'm going to create the earth, the animals, and humans. He had a design from beginning to end.
mm-hmm.
And as soon as he enacted it and provided free will,
Mm-hmm.
he saw exactly how that was going to play out.
Mm-hmm.
And if he loves you enough to ensure that you have every opportunity to come to him, why would he not also ensure, especially if you have another purpose, right? He has another purpose for your life,
Mm-hmm.
regardless, outside of somebody else. Just you yourself, you have a purpose in him,
Mm-hmm.
right? So if he can pre-design that,
Mm-hmm.
provided you abide, why can he also not pre-design your spouse, provided you abide? There are conditions to finding whom, or to receiving whomever God designs for you. But if you choose not to abide, he's still going to get his will done with or without you.
So the whole concept that is having a glitch in my mind is design. So in God's original design, is it a specific person or is it a specific design?
I think it's both. You have a specific design and purpose for your life as an individual, and there was a specific purpose and design for y'all as a set, as a unit. And if nothing had happened and everything had gone to plan, y'all, it would just be y'all, because everything would have gone perfectly. But because we have free will and we can choose to mess things up, we can choose to walk out of alignment, we can choose to turn left.
God's will don't get done ultimately then, right?
Yes, it does. He will get it done through someone else.
So,
If you choose to move left when he's told you to go right.
Hold on. His specific design is the original design. That's his will, right?
Mhm.
How do we choose outside of that? If it's, I'm keying in on the person.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm keying in on the, okay, that's why I asked the design. Is it a specific person, or is it just a design and path? And then he just knows what we're going to choose and how we're going to do, but did he write it in the script?
I think it's like an SNL script. The script is there.
Well, we ad-libbing.
And the players are free to move as they choose. If you follow the script, you follow the script. If you choose not to,
what's the word
there
I'm looking for?
Could potentially be a different outcome. But at the end of the day, again, he's going to get his will done. And if you choose to abide and join for the ride, you get to reap the benefits. If you choose to step out of alignment, he's still going to get his will done. He's not going to sit here and force you to be part of something that you were actively choosing not to be a part of. He's going to get it done. He's not going to.
So what's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know. I'm only half listening. What are you trying to say?
What's improv? So life is improv.
To a certain degree, yeah.
I can dig that.
To a certain degree, yeah.
So, in closing, you don't believe in soulmates.
I do believe in soulmates. I don't believe in the classic definition of soulmates. I believe that you can mess up your initial blessing, and in your attempt to rectify and get back on path, God will bless you as you decide to move in Him.
What else you got on that paper?
Well, there's the story of the talents, people messing up their blessings.
Okay.
The parable of the talents. God having a plan. Jeremiah 29:11.
Mm-hmm.
I know the thoughts I have for you.
Mm-hmm.
To prosper you, and I don't know the whole scripture, but Jeremiah 1:5, that He knew you before the womb.
Yeah.
He knit you together.
Yeah.
All of that. 2 Peter 3:9, His desire that no one should perish. And if that's the case, just for your walk with Him, why could that also not pertain to His desire for you to be properly matched as you move through life? Because He also said that it wasn't good for man to be alone. So
I agree with all that. I'm just pushing back on I think we need a new word.
And then Isaiah, Gail, I know you'll like this one because it's in Isaiah 46:10-11.
No, her book is James or John.
No, it's Isaiah.
Oh yeah, it is Isaiah too.
He knew the beginning from the end, and at the end of the day, the gist of it is that at the end of the day, he's still going to accomplish his purpose.
Amen.
With or without you.
Amen. Yeah. I mean, yeah. So So you don't believe in soulmates?
Not the classical definition. I feel like it's kind of like our grocery store trips. We start out with a list, and we may come out of the store with everything on it or some extras.
And we improv?
A lot.
You improv a lot. Well, good show. Kingdom Culture, episode 9, Make Marriage Great Again, part 9, Soulmates. Is it a thing? Is it a such thing? I say no. Kara say kinda. Kara's soulmate is the remix. So am I your soulmate?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I mean, I had my points of falling off. You could be my redirection. And for where I'm at in life today, you are the best. We are now best possibly matched. We may not have been.
I like how you cleaned that up.
We may not have been 10 years ago when you were, you and
I was always a man of The Lord. Back when
you
I was
belong to the streets at one
back when I was a rich. Yeah.
But we
Thug life.
we may not, you know,
Now it's hug life.
because of the way we chose to walk, we came together to become the perfect match based off
Amen.
of the decisions we had made.
Amen. Amen. Lord, thank you. We love you. We trust you. We surrender all. We love you. We dedicate everything to you. Every morsel, every inch of our life, every cent, every idea, every thought, every passion, every desire, every endeavor, Lord, we surrender it to you. We lift it up to you so that your will be done in the earth through us. We bask in the glory. We bask in the idea and opportunity to be servants, to be salt and light for you, Father. We worship you, Father. We love y'all. Thank y'all for coming out. Amen. Tell them what it meets the squad every Wednesday and Saturday, Kara.
You can email them at crownofglory360@gmail.com.
Yep.
For business inquiries or questions. You can find them on their social media handles, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at crownofglory360.
Yep.
You can also find them on YouTube, Kingdom Cultures, Wednesday at 7.
Yep.
You can now watch episode 1 through 9. And Saturdays at 2:30 for the Crown of Glory 360 podcast. I think episode 1 through 79, 78.
Oh, yeah. This week will not be a podcast because I got a funeral to go to. My cousin Lynn, we love you. We love you. My cousin passed last week. So no podcast this weekend. So we see y'all next Wednesday. Go ahead. What you were saying?
On YouTube, youtube.com/Crown of Glory 360.
Yeah.
Or you can search in the search bar, Crown of Glory 360.
Yep.
And you can join us on the YouVersion Bible app, which can be downloaded from whichever app store you fancy most. And you go search for friends, Crown of Glory 360 with the spaces included.
Yeah.
Request to be a friend. They will friend you, and you can join for the weekly
Bible
studies. You can community with us.
Yeah. Inbox, we outbox.
You can make comment, I think, on other people's comments.
Yep.
So,
yep. Yeah.
A new way to community.
Yeah. Yeah. Kingdom way. You know what I'm saying? And
according to Jamar, the new social media craze.
Yeah. And we come to do what Jesus do best every day. Spread love. That's the blessed way. That's the Yahweh. You know what I'm saying? And Bino always be like, smile, tell somebody you love them, and be polite. I probably messed it up.
Be polite. Smile, be polite, tell someone you love them.
Yeah. We love you. I love you.
I love you.
Good show. You know what I'm saying? And like we always do, like we always say, no matter where you go, no matter what you do, always remember to be salt and light and walk in godliness. Peace. This is the champion show. Saying.